surprised. I'm relieved. When I called him in and he wasn't cooperating, I just got a weird feeling. Something's not right.
Only on WHAS 11 News, that's former Bardstown Police Chief Rick McCubbin reacting to the name that has been thrown around a lot during Steve Lawson's trial in Bowling Green, Nick Houck. Nick is the brother of Brooks Houck, charged with the murder of Crystal Rogers. McCubbin fired Nick for his interference in the early Crystal Rogers investigation. Nick was a Bardstown police officer at the time. In an exclusive interview with WHAS 11 News, McCubbin called it the best decision he's made in 35 years of policing. Well, Houck has never been charged in connection with this case, but the prosecutor today called him, quote, an unindicted co-conspirator. WHAS 11's Isaiah Kim Martinez is in Bowling Green as the Steve Lawson trial is expected to possibly go to the jury sometime tomorrow.
There's serious speculation that fired Bardstown cop Nick Houck, brother of murder suspect Brooks Houck, could be arrested and charged as the fourth suspect in the disappearance of Crystal Rogers. Former Bardstown Police Chief Rick McCubbin believes it may just be a matter of time.
There's a reason that it's being put out there like that. A lot of people have that question, the same question, when? You've said all these things, make it happen.
Nick Houck, who's never been charged, was again name-dropped by prosecutor Shane Young as an unindicted co-conspirator during day 3 of Steve Lawson's criminal trial. That's wrapping up quickly.
I was like, finally, it's, still not charged, I understand, but just to hear the kind of what we've all thought and known, and I think they were a part of, taking her away, helping get rid of her.
McCubbin, talking to our Shea McAllister, says this confirms he made the right call, firing Nick for not cooperating with authorities.
I'm telling you, no, okay? I don't know anything about this.
When he was questioned days after Crystal went missing. Back to Steve Lawson's trial, we heard from a witness, the Nelson County jailer, who in that moment while he was testifying, there was actually audio played from a conversation in jail between Steve Lawson and his own mother in early 2024, played out for the jury to hear. Some of those moments actually bringing Sherry Ballard, Crystal Rogers' mother, to tears. Somebody has to know what happened to that girl. Lawson's mother told him in that phone call, "I don't disagree with you," Steve replied, later promising his mom he didn't help kill Crystal. His mom pushes. 2 days later, that girl is missing. You should have gone to police. You're right, Steve answered. His mom ends the call saying, "Only you know what happened." A lingering question, will Steve Lawson himself, the criminal defendant, take the stand? WHAS 11 legal analyst Nick Mudd says it could happen.
Would you put him on the stand?
I would.
You would?
And I'll tell you why. At this point, you got nothing to lose. A good strategy would be to put him on, own the fact that you were scared, you were, upset, and just you're fearing to go to jail.
In what's expected to be the final day of the trial. Isaiah Kim Martinez, WHAS 11 on your side.
Now, WHAS 11 News has hired the attorney there you saw, Nick Mudd, with the Mudd Law Group, as our legal analyst. He's been with us for more than a year now talking about this very case. Mudd also knows both the prosecutor and the defense attorney in this case very well. So we also asked Nick about the potential closing arguments, the prosecution first.
Big point is, why did Steve Lawson lie about thing after thing after thing after thing, whether it's the cell phone records, text messages, calls, times, locations? Why lie about it all if you're not involved?
Let's go to the defense. What's my argument?
We work for Brooks Houck, we're getting paid, and we're doing what his marching orders are. Why didn't we tell the truth all these times? Because we're scared. We were scared to go to prison, we were scared to get involved, and we didn't want this to happen to us.
Mudd goes further in depth tonight on what the day in court could look like tomorrow. Plus, you're going to hear more from the former Bardstown Police Chief Rick McCubbin and his thoughts on the cases that unfolds. It's streaming right after this newscast on the Night Team, or you can watch anytime for free. To watch it, all you need to do, though, is download the free WHAS 11 Plus app, download on your TV, and watch for free.